sharing. This one is called Talking with Negative Intent. Um, when you talk, make sure that what you're saying, the words that you speak of, are true when you're angry and when you're not. And when you repeat things that is not yours to talk about, um, and because you're not sure of it, because somebody said it, it doesn't mean that it's true. But you repeat it to someone else or to others anyway. Even when you're angry, um, you don't really realize the words that you speak. Um, this is for you just to be aware of it and to train yourself to listen, to stop and listen. I don't. Sometimes I don't. I'll be talking and I don't really see. Sometimes I do, and I'm aware that it's not true, but I just blab anyways. So, but the little lies, it matters, and for us to not to do it. Um, so, listen. When you're talking, is it true? Because I talk a lot too, and sometimes, many times, it's not true. And spirit guides will point it out. And I'll go, okay, they're lies. Don't say it when you know it's not true. No matter how small of a lie it is a lie, no matter how tiny it is. Yeah, my excuses be like, it's just a fib. And the words you repeat to someone, not knowing their situation, but you repeat it anyways. Be aware of when you're not repeating or passing on information, um, information you don't know, not sure if it's true, and or you don't understand. Because when you repeat the lies, someone does the same to you somewhere. Yeah, we always talk about this. What you give out comes back. So even when you're angry, especially when you're angry, I don't know about you, but I say a lot when I'm angry, and 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 it's not cute. And of course, it's important when you to talk about things, like when you get angry, to release things. But sometimes we don't realize, that we project onto other people, and they don't deserve that as well. And anyways, what you give out comes back to you. Where was I? So when you're angry, it only creates more for yourself, because when you get angry, it's like you're on fire, right? Yeah, and it's like you're already on fire, and you're adding, and it's like you're adding, um, mixing it, adding words with the fire, like you're fueling it, because it's the words you're using is so negative, and you're using it in a and using it with negative intent, and 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 it's a lot, it's big, you're creating it. That's how powerful you are, because you can create good things and bad for yourself. Like, say you're angry and you're using all these negative words, it's like you're adding fuel to that fire, and it's like a big energy that you're creating, and it's explosive, and it's like a bomb that you put out there, and or you project onto someone else, which is very unnecessary. And we all know that what you give out always comes back, multiplied, and and it comes back in more ways than one. You don't really, you don't really, and so you talk about those, you mix it with those negative words, and yeah, and it's just big explosive of negativity, and it's unnecessary for you, but so yeah, don't talk about others in those ways where when it's not true. It's not true because you only create it for yourself. And when you do things like that, and your intent is it's like you want to be validated, and your intent is really to ruin somebody. Because when you say those things, what do you think people are going to think about that someone? But you don't really see that only shows who and what you are. You don't. That's why listen, stop and listen. That only shows who you are, and you don't need that coming back to you. We create a lot of unnecessary things. This is just for you to be aware. And I myself, I make these videos, and it helps me too, because in so many ways I look at myself and go, that's what I did last time, or I did that. Yes, this is I make these videos too to empower. My intent is to empower you. So yes, there's an affirmation. It's from spirit guides, and for you to say when you speak. Any and all that comes out of my mouth is infused with love. Any and all that comes out of my mouth is infused with love. In that way, you don't really say things that is not true. Yeah. Yes. So, yep. Thank you, everyone. Until next time.